how I met Dre, we in Franklin. When we in Franklin, man, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Dre walked to his cubicle, dug in his papers. When he dug in his papers, he came back and he had a pile like this. Dropped it on the table. So I got the paperwork.
Thanks for tapping into New Era Media. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and smash the like button. It helps the channel in many ways. But before you tap out, share the video. Now let's get into this. A YouTuber with the channel name LOCKEDINTV says he's seen the paperwork on Maino snitching on Pretty Black, aka Dre. Before we get into that, let's bring you up to speed with this current beef, which restarted when Hassan Campbell posted on his Instagram a video of Maino in the club performing a song called All the Above he did with T-Pain. Hassan wrote in the caption, "This is what it looks like to be 50 at the club, SMFH, I'm done." Haas pretty much was calling Maino washed up. Of course, I looked at the clip, and for sure it did look kind of ridiculous. You know, it had just a whole bunch of dudes standing behind him, you know, with very little motion. And then the crowd, I don't know, I don't know. The whole vibe seemed like real old looking, like, you know, he got 50 people behind him on this little teeny stage. The small place looked kind of packed, but they definitely was not in tune to what Maino was rapping. The whole performance just looked weird. Yo, when the camera panned to the audience and people was just kind of standing there staring, I don't know, I would have probably walked off the stage or something, man. But anyhow, Maino def wasn't feeling Haas posting that clip, so he jumped in the comms and said, "Damn, my boy, the S-Demons getting the best of you again, good brother? Nothing another man is doing should bother you. I get it though, it's Friday, and you ain't got nothing else to do but look at men on the internet. Content, right?" Laughing my ass off. I don't know, if I had to say, in my opinion, Maino winning the insult battles against Haas. You know, Haas just be jumping off the deep end saying whatever, but he may or may not have paperwork. I don't know. In his response post, Maino definitely touched the nerve, especially with the shout about his S-Demons. Some years ago, Hassan Campbell said that he was abused by Africa Bambaataa when he was a young boy. This has been something Hassan Campbell has addressed over and over on his YouTube channel for years. And of course, let's be clear, S-abuse is a very serious and delicate topic. Definitely not something we should make fun of, but Maino is taking it there, all the way there. I mean, like I said, it's nothing to harp on, man. They are victims out there. I do feel bad for them, but hey, beef is beef, right? Hassan Campbell responded to that saying, "This is how you got in the industry, my brother. Can I get some love too?" Haas is insinuating that Maino had to give it up to get in the industry. Maino quickly responded to that saying, "Yeah, I respect that. Do your thing, my brother. But no ninja that took a dick before can never say anything about me, my boy." Laughing my ass off. Have fun though. The disrespect kept ramping up. Hassan decided to make content out of it on his YouTube channel as per usual. Haas went on to make a video saying he would be addressing Maino on a live stream. Content. That's what we here for. At this point, just a bunch of back and forth was going on. Maino catch wind of Hassan going on live. He tried to be Hassan to a live, and y'all know how that go. Make a long story short, while a lot of other issues going on, these two was in the background going back and forth. I think Maino even tapped in with a hood psych to talk to Hassan about his demons. Haas turned around and offered to put up a bag for a celebrity boxing match. Laughing my ass off, Maino said, "Forget all that. Doing this bullshit for content. Let's meet up in a parking lot and, you know, you bring your man, I bring my man, and we squabble up." And so on and so on and so on. They just kept on going. But at this point, it's been a long time now, a couple years done went by, and the streets been saying Maino ratted on his co-defendant, Pretty Black. Well, the rumors are swirling again. This time, someone who was in close quarters with Dre said they did see the paperwork. A channel going by the name LOCKEDINTV posted a since deleted video saying he did see the paperwork. Or did he? Y'all decide.
When I went on YouTube and I saw Hassan Campbell talking about Maino, and then I seen when he put up Dre, so I ain't put the paperwork up yet. When I seen Dre, I'm like, boy, Hassan Campbell, y'all think Hassan Campbell wanted something, because he the first person that I seen. Everybody talking about boxing, bar, and these other dudes. He ain't telling them niggas. Like, when I saw Dre on that motherfucking YouTube picture, nigga, and he showed that nigga, that's when I knew something was off, boy. I was like, yeah, he up to something. He might got that work. He might got that work on Maino. I'm not saying Maino a rat, but it's looking kind of spooky because he might got that work. Because now, how I met Dre, we in Franklin. When we in Franklin, man, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I was a big Maino fan because I was a rapper. I'm a rapper, so of course I'm a big Maino fan. So I'm like, yo, I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga came home from prison and started rapping and doing his fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? He started rapping and doing what he needed to do. So I'm like, okay, I can rock with him. Like, oh, I started saying, yo, I'm gonna be like him. I'm gonna be just like dude. When I come home, I'm gonna run down on the DJ. And he gave the format, so when you a rapper coming out of prison, so all the people in the dorm was rocking with him. When High Hater came on the TV, we was dancing to that joint on 106 Park. You know, like Franklin, you got the dorms, and you got the stoves, and you got the tables and the phones across from that, all that. So one day I'm coming out the dorm, yo, Dre, like, he's like, yes, brother, like, he's humble, and this was after when one of the little homies tried to play with Dre and he beat him with the mop stick. So just so y'all know, I was really there. Like, he beat the homie with the mop stick. Yeah, nobody helped him, cause I told y'all, Brooklyn got their own thing going on. Like, especially if it's a Brooklyn blood, 9 times out of 10 don't be going against other Brooklyn niggas. So he just let him whoop the little nigga out because the little nigga was out of line, needed the ass whooping anyway. I respected it. Boom, get out of here. Wrapped him up like a fruit roll-up. But he humbled that little dude too. Anyway, fast forward. I'm listening to High Hater, all that. Boy, he came in that little TV area. I'm like, yo, turn this off, man. Turn it off, man. Y'all praising the wrong dude. And this was before I started talking like I'm talking. He was like, yo, y'all praising the wrong dudes. Y'all praising these rappers, man. He a rat. When he said that, he a rat, it seemed like the whole dorm, like, got quiet. So niggas like, man, he official. You like, what? He what? Boy, next thing I know, Dre walked to his cubicle, dug in his papers. When he dug in his papers, he came back and he had a pile like this. Dropped it on the table. So I got the paperwork. I'm from North Carolina. I don't know him like that. I definitely don't know Maino. He said, what's his name? Jermaine Coleman? I'm like, yeah, that's his name. And I ain't read all the paperwork. I did not read all the paperwork. That's one thing I'm mad I ain't read all that paperwork, man. It was too much stuff to read, and I was young at the time. I wasn't trying to read all that. Plus, it wasn't my situation, but I can understand him bringing it to our attention because we the future. We were the young boys. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he brought it. So some of the niggas was reading. Some of the dudes was reading it. So I got all the way to the part where Maino mom got bagged in PA for something. You know what I'm saying? I think she was on, she got, she got bad in PA or something. I ain't gonna go too much into detail what I read, because your mom not here no more, God bless her dead. I ain't gonna never say nothing like out of pocket. I'm not doing that for no internet, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a different type of thing, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But I read about his mom in the papers, right? Then I read about somebody getting tied up. You know what I'm saying? But it was more than one Cody, so I didn't know who was reading, who was telling. I know they use Maino house or somebody's house to tie somebody up, like, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I stopped reading.
I don't know, chat. This is inconclusive in my opinion. As the back and forth between Maino and Hassan continues, Locked In TV, who we now also know him as Sean Trapp, has begun a tour on these YouTube streets, telling the story of seeing the paperwork, but not really seeing the paperwork. He was recently interviewed by Harlem Legends. He once again, like in his deleted video, can't confirm that Maino snitched on Andre.
So we all heard Hassan Campbell say he was a snitch, but how do we get that paperwork? Like, is it a possible way?
Man, listen, hold up. Let me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Good.
Get on the stage. You ever seen somebody like this bond, like you do the money?
Yes, sir.
You said he dropped that on the table, boom. But it was so much paperwork. We ain't read it word for word verbatim, but somebody didn't say somebody used somebody's credit, somebody all that stuff that I don't know if people still fighting and try to get a sales or whatever the case may be, but it was talked in there saying that he told, like,
what?
Like,
and this one's out Franklin. There's other people that can verify this.
Recently, another guy who was interviewed by Harlem Legends does confirm that Locked In TV was at the same facility as Pretty Black. This other individual, we only know as Flacco, does confirm that he saw Maino's name and also recites things that he's seen in the paperwork, such as them asking Maino questions on the stand. What y'all think? Has anybody really seen paperwork, or is this just content? Locked In TV mentioned being inspired by Hassan Campbell talking about Dre, Pretty Black, the paperwork and all that. He got inspired. Now he going around telling what he know but don't know, and we don't know. Y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Subscribe, like, and share. Peace.